about?
Oh, fuck! He pulls dogs by their tails, shocks them when he's frustrated, and has even brought reverse spiked collars for his old dogs. It's a pattern and there's no other way to see it. Okay. I know what you're going to try to say, that Hasan is an abuser for his animals and is an abuser for his dog, okay? I'm going to say this as someone that does believe that he has shocked the dog, and I think Hasan is completely in the wrong with this whole thing. I think Hasan, the way he handled this whole thing, is completely wrong. I think him, as someone that has also fucked up in situations, knowing Hasan, knowing that he knows the internet, 50,000 upvoted hate threads about you on dog abuse, you're going to want to correct that real quick. And the fact that he didn't shows me that it's probably a shock collar. The tape shows me it's a shock collar. A lot of things point to it's a shock collar. Okay? And I don't like the way Hasan handled that whole situation. Okay? I have seen and been part of many things when I was with Maya, or when I was younger. I was part of a lot of different shelters. We would always rescue dogs. We would always bring dogs over. We were part of a lot of different dogs or animals being treated. I just can't put Hasan as an abuser, and I will not. I cannot do it. I think that word is for people who really are terrible people. You could say he's mistreated. You could say that dog needs to have better care for things, sure, but I cannot put that word as abuse towards that dog, because I know that Hasan does take care of that dog. I know that Hasan does give that dog treatment. I know that dog does get a lot of love from the family. Do I think it can be mistreated? Sure, but I have seen real abuse, okay? I've seen real abuse when it comes to dogs, and I just can't put him there. And I have seen how a lot of people treat their dogs. I'm not going to pretend that even if Hasan did shock the dog, that Hasan is the first person to mistreat an animal, right? I'm not going to pretend that, in the 15 or 20 years that my parents had dogs, that my parents didn't treat animals perfectly, and I'm sure your parents didn't either. I'm sure your parents at one point got upset about something and were a little bit too harsh on the animal when they shouldn't have been, right? Like, let's not pretend that that's not true. That at some point they probably did get annoyed or upset with the dog. Maybe they were going through the garbage and they were pissed and they yanked the dog too hard, right? People do get mad. So I'm not going to sit here and say Hasan's an abuser off of one instance. I'm just not going to do it. But will I say that I think Hasan mistreated that dog, and that dog definitely deserves to move around the room, and I think that Hasan needs to reevaluate how that dog's treated? Yes.
Are drumming up and, falling in line with. It's a very plausible thing based on what is clearly visible in the clips. Anyway, just wanted to blabber about this a bit. I know I've been very out of touch with internet creator drama. I plan to keep it that way. But occasionally, can't help but poke around in a couple of the things going on out there. And
now let's see the difference between Hasan with his dog versus Hitler with the dog. Interesting. You could drop the act and actually see him yourself, or ask Austin who sees Kaya every single week. Listen, I just said it. I know that a lot of people, I've seen him how he treats Kaya. I've seen my friends and how they talk about how he treats Kaya. I don't think he's an abuser, bro. I'm not going to say that. But can you look at this instance and tell me that Hasan treated it properly and did the right thing? No, absolutely not. Even if you want to glorp his dick and say that he didn't shock the dog, he did this all wrong.